In many people's opinion, this is probably the heart of rugby league in New Zealand. And I know that's kind of cliche to say, considering this is the Auckland Warriors are the only New Zealand-based team here in the SRL. But we've had a few rugby SRL games played over a few stadiums, and I don't think the crowd hypes it up just as much as they do here at Mount Smarts. Eddie Oliver, as always, here to the SRL fans. It's the Warriors taking on the Panthers here this evening. Chance Bunce leading out his side here this evening to a fully packed home ground. And the Warriors coming off of an amazing victory against the Dolphins last week at Suncorp Stadium. Panthers as well coming away with a victory as well. So both teams coming off of wins in round 3, but in round 4, they're going to be clashing against each other here. Now, we'll be in the box solo tonight, so it's going to be a good journey and a long one, but I'm sure the players are going to make it worthwhile as Stremendinoli does get us underway. And Lecky Tua's coming off the back fence. But a very quick chase there from the kickoff from the Panthers. And McCartney there staying at lock again this week. Now they're just above the 20. The Warriors are going to go right. Bunce back underneath to Joe Turner Jr. Manu being brought down there just up on the 30-metre line. And just before kickoff did get a nice bowl of chips here and a potato scallop. Very well done, the catering staff here. Thank you very much to the SRL for providing. 30 metres gained here for the first set here for the Warriors, and they will punt it downfield. Corcoran with a beautiful strike, and the fullback out of position, Casey K. But he had a stellar game last week, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to back it up. A good first line break there from the number 1. And Sabbath Tua there driving up over the halfway mark here for the Panthers. Second tackle it is. Now they come left. Stremendinoli left off to Rawiri Kamene. And then be brought down just 35 out here from the Warriors line. The Panthers on the offensive. Third tackle it is. A bit of room to work with. Stremendinoli plays it off short. Lonnie Lawrence had 3 tries last week. And they're all beauties and they're all a pleasure to commentate as well. It's 4th. KCK sends the long ball out left to Morrison. Back onto the inside for Lachlan Sinclair. And Sinclair having a relatively quiet game at lock last week. They'll be looking to see a better performance out from him in the middle. Stremendinoli now the bomb in the air. Here come the chasers. Tap back. KCK, very well read. Gets put onto his back. The battle of the locks here this evening is going to be a very interesting one. Joe McCartney had a very good first half last week, making plenty of line breaks and finding some fends too while at it. Well, from memory, Lachlan Sinclair didn't really do much. Defensively, as always, he held his own, but he really needs to find another gear in attack and needs to find the equilibrium between how much energy he wants to focus on defense and attack as well. Manu now trying to break through in the middle of the line, but he gets brought up now. Well, 35 out the wires, play it off short here to Cody Ogg. And realising both of these sides have gone with the centre primary back rowers, the 99 speed, David Tiawa, Cody Ogg for the Warriors, Jacob Morrison, and John Boy Maiava here for the Panthers. It's going to be a very good contest seeing those second rows go up against each other. And they're not going to get much. Oh, hang on. A wayward pass from Linden. Corcoran picks it up. The referee calls play back, though, for a turnover. Oh, and the long ball gets picked up by Lewis. They're getting too frantic too early here, the Warriors. And they turn over the ball in some very good field position. And here we go, Lawrence now. And these middles of the Panthers still not able to get going just yet. Lewis going for a run, but being driven back there. Not the best of carries there from the number 7. Just up on the halfway, they go left. Sinclair trying to run, but McCartney meets him well. And Sabbath going to conclude the set there, just 40 metres out here from the Warriors line. The Panthers going to put in a punting kick downfield. A clearance kick from Stremendinoli. But this man is very dangerous. Daly had a good week last week, and KCK wraps him up well. But a very good kick return there from Daly. Corcoran, short ball to Joe Turner Jr. Had a very good first half too with the Warriors last week. But either side not really able to get going just yet. The game's still in this grind phase. That's third tackle. Tiawa finding the backfield. Plenty of pace, David Tiawa. And he's got them downfield. Maybe he might get them some momentum. And Turner Jr. now trying to find some wiggle room to work with. But they bring him down well, the Panthers. 30 metres out, the Warriors are going to put in the punt downfield through Aaron Watt. And here comes Kamene now for the kick return. But the chasers for the Warriors do a very good job to wrap him up. 20 out from their own line, the Panthers. The short ball off here now to Morrison, trying to return serve to what Tiawa dished up to him previously in the Warriors set. And now the short ball here from Stremendinoli off to John Boy Marvelous, trying to get the second rows involved here. The Panthers trying to get some speed around the ruck. Here comes the short ball now. Off here to Ben Cummins. Cummins trying to find the backfield. Unable to break away from very good cover tackle coming from the inside. Now they come back right. It's Sinclair. Plays it off short to Lawrence. And Lonnie's going to be brought down up on the halfway. Monstered backwards too. A pretty silent first half to his stint. And I'll be sent down into the 20. Not the deepest of kicks. Daly might try and take a bit of advantage of this, but oh, he was looking dangerous there, the winger for the Wars. And Tiawa once again running it straight to the Panthers vice captain in Lawrence. Linking up with Bunce now, just 10 metres over the halfway mark. The Warriors, third tackle, a bit of room to work with. And I play out the back here to Manu, plays it off short to White. And White gets brought down by some strong defenders. Jacob Morrison and company involved. Now the 35 out, the Warriors are going to play it off short to Lecky Tua, but they converge well the defensive line of the Panthers to bring him down on the 30. This game just going set for set at the moment. There's not really a team that's looking very likely. Bunce takes his time with the kick with no pressure, and Vivali Lingawa now for the kick return. He beats the fullback. Manu gets left for dust. Hone King's coming up from the inside. More Warriors chases. It's 10 metres to go. And now the Panthers are on the offensive. The first real likely first try scorer we've seen all evening. They go to KCK. KCK, the ultimate, the legend, the cheat in the game, and he finds a try. Opening the scoring here at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland. And green lights here for the Panthers. Dom Stremendinoli stepping up to convert, but we have to go back to the line break there from the winger. Just putting a move there on Rakamanu and then getting into the backfield. Hone King holding it with him to the 10-metre line. I reckon Hone let that run drag out a bit too long. I think he had him within his grasp for 20 or 30 metres before he decided to make the tackle. And then one play after that, they just went straight to their guns, the Panthers. Put a block shape out to the right-hand side, a flat ball to KCK. He always beats that first man, and he just dragged that one defender across the goal line to open up the scoring for them. Warriors, the first time that they've looked really brittle in defence, they're just letting a kick return get out of hand. They've had them pretty well wrapped up, those kick returns too, so far, the Warriors. So I'm sure that they're going to be not impressed with themselves for that one. Lind, they're trying to make up from that crazy ball that he threw earlier. And now they're just up on the 30-metre line. They're going to come right, and Carl Lewis there, going to find his front this time. And the inside ball back to KCK, trying to find the backfield, but Warriors defended much better on this occasion. Short ball from Lewis off to Lonnie Lawrence, who finds the backfield. That's the best run of the night so far from the prop forward. And there's the punt, picked up by White. And Stremendinoli putting in a shocker. He's got a few of those in him, but it is better to have them now rather than later, potentially in a match-winning scenario. Now it's second. The short ball from White off to Tiawa. Tiawa being driven back. Strong tackle there by Morrison, matching up his opposing second rower. Ginger Pom now getting a good step away, but KCK just reels him in ever so quickly. My apologies. We're really stumbling around tonight. And Aaron White there now just up on the 30-metre line. Here we go. The Warriors. It's fifth tackle here for them. 16 minutes gone, just clocked over on the match game clock. Ricochet ball picked up by Joe Turner Jr. And that's a wasted fifth tackle option there by the Warriors. An opportunity to have the Panthers stuck in their own corner. But this time, they're just going to give them a bit of a leap out of the their own end. And Carl Lewis there trying to get his running game going, and he's finding some more room. Some holes in this defensive line of the Warriors maybe starting to appear here for the Panthers. Set out to the left, it's going to be Sinclair. Plays it off short to Morrison, and Morrison just up over the halfway. And KCK's out to the right. Lewis hands it off to him. The two former teammates linking the offload to John Boy Mayava, but the skipper's not going to be able to break away. Brought down inside the 20-metre line. Some very flamboyant football here from the Panthers. Here comes the fifth tackle play. Lewis with the bomb in the air. We all know who it's looking for, but the man's not going to be there. Daly gets brought down on his own 10-metre line. The Panthers an opportunity here to hold the Warriors into their own end. Cody Og there going to be monstered upon there by John Boy Mayava. Look who's standing up, Jai McCartney, but he's not going to go anywhere. Panthers driving them back. One by one, these Warriors, they're not able to get much here at the moment. Turner Jr., look where he's going, the same way his vice-captain did. It's just backwards. Now they're 25 out. They're going to go right once again. McCartney, he's going nowhere too. What a defensive set here from the Panthers, holding the Warriors to 21 metres and just barely breaking the 30-metre mark within their own half. Bunce, White's looking for a big kick. And KCK says, Kamene, this is your ball, and he gets driven back as well. Trying to return serve here without the ball now. The Warriors in defence. But the switch play, KCK knows what he wants. He knows what he gets, but he gets very well read on this occasion. Back to where the ball was previously played. And they're not making much room here at the moment, the Panthers. Warriors responding very well in defence. And the kick from Marin White was very well done. The chase was good. And look at this Warriors defence now, holding up well. Stromandinoli goes for the early option. It's not going to be enough for a 40-20, but Hot Air King breaks one. He steps around another, but John Boy brings him down just a metre or two from the sideline. Very well done. Now they come right. It's going to be Bunce. The ball out the back to Corcoran, and Corcoran's brought down up over that halfway mark. Second, right they go. Inside to White. You would have thought they might have wanted to have a Raikamanu there, but not on this occasion. They set out down this left-hand side, and talking about Raikamanu, Corcoran, Bunce hands it off to the inside to Cody Og. Had Manu at the back, but they just went short to Og. And there's Tuxie Og there now. Just inside of the 20-metre mark, and an attacking kick here potentially for the Warriors. Bunce puts up the bomb in the air, but it's going to end up being way too deep from the skipper. A terrible kick. And Mahanu Olu, first run of his stint onto the field. Lewis plays back onto the inside for a far. That's a beautiful play there from the number 7. Drawing the defensive line in and playing the man underneath, creating space for him. Schmandinoli now. Brought down up on the halfway. It's second tackle. And flat out to this short side. Ball gets turned over to Aaron White, and the Warriors with the Panthers with their first error here of the first half. Daly there now, driving it up. The Warriors are going to have a few tackles up their sleeve. Manu's calling for the ball. We haven't seen much of this, but he's very good in these types of scenarios. KCK to beat. Oh, the ankle tappers to perfection. But they've still got work to do, the Panthers. Warriors on the front foot. The offload now to Cody Og, but he gets driven back flat-footed. Fourth tackle, set out to the right. That's where they go. The short ball from Bunce to Jai. They need to get some numbers in there, but McCartney's going to go his own. All right, boys, it's time to follow me because we're going to get back into this contest. Jai McCartney is going to solidify the first points on the board here for the Auckland Warriors. Two very familiar faces and old heads out there on the field combined. It was Bunce and McCartney. And all that was just a bit of sheer will and a bit of grit and a bit of power. And back up to the halfway now. We're locked up here at Mount Smart Stadium. 6 points all. 25 minutes gone here in the first half. Tuxie Hog winding it back up. But he's driven back there in some very strong defense. Left they come now. It's going to be Cody Hog winding it up straight through. Beautiful carry. The offload back onto the inside. Chance Bunt's not going to be able to go far. Just short of the halfway mark, it's second tackle. Some players out to the right. McCartney plays it off short to Logan Strange. Mr. SRL himself. 45 out from the Panthers line. They come left, and then it's going to be the short ball off to Cody Ogg. And Ogg's going to be just brought down on that 40-metre mark. It's fourth tackle. Short side they go. The long ball from Ogg. Out to King. Honair with a bit of room. And he does very well to drive himself back into the field of play. 20 metres out. Warriors with the ball in hand is in fine field position. Bunce with the bomb up in the air, very shallow, not the deepest of kicks, and Kaiafawa just distinguishes that bomb like no tomorrow. Oh, Mahanu Wallo straight over, and the offload back to Lind. Here we go, KCK for a scoot now. They're really wanting to get out of their own end here, the Panthers, and a flat-footed here, Jacob Morrison. And Rusty Shackelford offloading it back to Ben Cummins. And 40 out now here from the Warriors line. Going to be the punt here from Stremandinoli straight into his own teammate. Penalty. And the Wars going to have an opportunity to get on the offensive here deep inside of the opposition half. And Corcoran got us back underway. Warriors here going to be wanting to find some more points to break this deadlock of 6-all. Just 25 out now. They come left. The flat ball to Ogg. And Ogg met there by John Boy Meyer, but they're flat onto the left-hand side. Corcoran goes there. Strange. Oh, he's found some offside players trying to wind back the clock, but he passed it out to King, realising that he wouldn't get far. Now they go right. The short ball to Ogg. Ogg, they're trying to drive over the big frame, but it won't be enough on this occasion. And referee Sonny Tai wanting to go check it. You'd believe it's no try, which it is. Fifth tackle now. They go right. Bunt puts in a better kick, but there's a pretty high leaper here in Rawiri Kamene, who takes it beautifully. On the 20-metre line now, they're going to go left, and then the ball out here to Lachlan Sinclair, who, again, hasn't really been seen much in attack here for the Panthers. And they're spreading out to this right-hand side. Joan offload the ball to KCK, who gets into the backfield. And up on that 35-metre line, they come left, and it's going to be Lewis, who plays it off short to Mayava. And John Boy driving up to the 45-metre line, short of the halfway. It's second tackle. We've got some props out to the left here. Lynn sends it that way. And Sinclair, here we go. Look who he got rid of too. Jai McCartney, that's a statement. If you want a piece of me, you got to stop me. And he didn't on that occasion. McCartney, here we go. They're onto the offensive. I thought Morrison was through. It's fourth tackle. They're going to bring it back right. And he's got a player underneath here. And Sinclair, who's really now just turning it up a notch. Coming in towards half-time. 10 to go as well. It's fifth. They're going to look for the grubber. Look who's there for it. Just Stremandinoli to KCK. Trying to find the line. McCartney gets around the legs and they hold him out. Short ball now off to Strange. Driven back there. Now they come right. It's White. The ball off here to Ginger Pom. And Pom there brought down just up on the 20. Short ball now to Strange. Strange now driving. Brought down on that 30-metre line. It's third tackle. They're going to come left once more. White off here to Tuxie Ogg. And Ogg's going to be driving short of that 40-metre line. It's fourth tackle. And they've got some people out to this left-hand side. Bunt's going for the early kick. Not going to have the angle for a 40-20, but it might be enough to hold the Panthers down to their own end if KCK doesn't just chop them to pieces, which he doesn't. Beautiful kick chase from the Wires. And they're looking to just hold the Panthers out and deprive them of any good field position for the rest of this first half. Shackelford not going anywhere there. The long ball out to Morrison. And Morrison's met well. McCartney running over here to get involved in the tackle. He's not wanting much to happen here. They go short side. Long ball out to Kamene. Finds the backfield. Brought down by Manu just inside of that halfway mark. It's fourth tackle now here. 5.5 to go till halftime, and it's going to be Shackelford straight through. Manu trying to get back into position. It's a beautiful foot race here for Rusty Shackelford. We're talking about trying to hold the Panthers in their own end. They've gone coast to coast. They're going to try and finish it off with his fifth tackle bomb. Stremandinoli puts it up high above the pack. Daly underneath it for the Waz. Stremandinoli gets it, the man who put up his own kick, but he won't go anywhere. 5 minutes to go till halftime. The Warriors, can they hold on? They do not want to make an error here. Strange there with it now, driving up. First tackle. They go left. The ball underneath for Cody Ogg. Not going to really go anywhere there, though. But he gets some good meters, too. Post-contact stuff. Good stuff, Cody Ogg. Now they come left. Short ball off to Tuxie Ogg. Tuxie's not going to go very far. Third now. They come right. The short ball from Bunce to McCartney. But they're not able to accomplish much there on this occasion, those two. It's fourth tackle. And he's got a player at the back here. Manu. Oh, he offloads back onto the inside. Corker. And they're playing a bit risky here considering where they are on the field, the Warriors. But it doesn't come back to bite them. Oh, hang on. Strange. Brought down. Panthers going to have an opportunity here inside of the Warriors half. And here we go. Back onto the inside for Rewiri Kamene. And it'll be brought down on that 40-meter line. First tackle it is. They're set out deep to the right. Lynn just goes for a run himself. I don't think that's the right play. They had players wanting it out to the right, and they might go back and try it again. No, they just go short to Carl Lewis. They had the same sort of shape, but they just played it off to Lewis. But here we go. They're set out deep to this left now. Sinclair doesn't throw the ball, realizing the defense of the Warriors got up quick. Also, he did start off flat-footed. It's fourth now. Hind goes left to Kamene. Finds himself in the middle of the field. Rewiri Kamene trying to find the line, but he doesn't. He gets pulled down short. I wouldn't be surprised if Lynn goes himself here, but he goes off to Stremandinoli. The grubber kick picked up by Tuxiog to save the day. 2 minutes to go. Warriors just got to hold on here. Bunce, short to Ogg. Ogg brought down. 5 out from their own line. The Warriors, they got a lot of work to do. They go right to Manu. Manu gets a good run away, but there's plenty of Panthers defenders to drive him back inside of his own 30. 1 minute to go now. They come left. It's going to be Joe Turner Jr. driving it now. Just outside of the 30. White. Short ball to McCartney. McCartney not going very far there on this occasion. Just up on the 40-meter line. They put it into the pocket. White looking for a 40-20 late, but there's a winger back there. And they don't want to give away a length of the field try here. No, they won't. The Panthers might get one more play. And they will. The long ball out the back to Sabbath to the offload back onto the inside for Sinclair. Fends off one. And that will be a half-time. We'll see you very shortly for the second half. A beautiful welcome back here to the second half on SRL TV. Going into the sheds. We're locked up 6 points all here in Auckland and New Zealand. Rugby league at its finest. One of the best grounds to commentate and observe from the high views above. And going into the sheds, both sides coming away with just 6 points a pair. But it was a really, the attack from both sides was really flat. Oh, hang on. Marva goes straight through off the kickoff nearly. And the defensive line there of the Warriors, very disorganized there off that kickoff. Their chase was not the best. But, oh, hang on. Here goes Lonnie Lawrence now straight through. What are the Warriors doing here? He's going to be brought down inside of the 30. The Panthers are off to a roll. I was about to say, both sides weren't able to get many meters. Not able to find consistency in attack. But the Panthers looking to rectify that at halftime. They've come out here with a bang. Now they're set up to the left. The long ball from Stremandinoli. Off to Cummins. Brought down there in a very strong tackle. It's fourth now for them. 15 out here from the Warriors line. Panthers send it to the right. Short ball underneath. Off here to McLaughlin, but he'll be very well handled outside of that 10-meter line. It's 84 meters gain now here for the Warriors. In defense. They've got to hold out one more play. And the big bomb, but I think it's too deep there from Dom. He gets taken well there by Rakamanu. And a few interchanges at halftime from both sides. McCartney going to the halves for the Warriors. There's 2 second rows being swapped. Strange being brought back on. So just a few of the major ones there. Strange coming back on for another stint. McCartney at 7. Bunce gets stayed at 6 this time compared to last round. Manu's going to get the full 80 at fullback. Now they go back to Bunce. Just talking about him. For the Panthers, it's pretty just generic, bringing on the 16-17. And, oh, hang on, Strange there. Nearly knocking the ball on, but he's got some good hands there, the old fella. Now they come right. It's going to be Joe Turner Jr. winding it up now. Just needs to beat KCK. They offload back onto the inside for Lachlan Lockyer. McCartney's going to send it into the right-hand pocket. Who awaiting him is Aaron White. Punting it cross-field. And look who's got the ball for Vali Lengawa. He's a very, very dangerous man, but Manu brings him down well. And here we go. Panthers with the ball. Mayava trying to find some space. He does. He offloads it back to Carl Lewis. I honestly thought Mayava might have gone a bit further than that, but they did a very good job to wrap him up. Lonnie Lawrence having a very good second half here. His first touch just went straight through the line. I'm sure everyone's going to be wanting to see more of that. KCK, they really need KCK just to do what he does best here. Take the game by the grasp of the throat and just do something spectacular, because they're not really showing much at the moment, the Panthers. They're getting a few line breaks, but when it comes to these fifth tackle options, Dom's kicking game isn't the best at the moment. Lachlan Sinclair might step up, but there's Strange there just to reel it in pretty quickly. Not enough variety from Dom here this evening, and it's really hurting them too, especially those bombs going too deep. Aaron White out to the centres as well. Now they come left. It's going to be Cody Ogg going to 12. Short of the halfway here for the Warriors. Third tackle. They set out to this left-hand side. They'll play it off short here to Joe Turner Jr. And the starting props for the Warriors not really having much of an effect in that first half. I'm sure the leadership team's trying to rev them up here for the second, because they really need to stand up. There's already a glimpse of them already crumbling within the first set. The kickoff, that not being right, and then also just letting Lawrence throw a few tackles later. First it is now. Lewis gets level. There we go. That's a better shot. You want to see more of that, Waz fans. McLaughlin now being met by some strong middle defense. 3 in the tackle. Get some numbers in there. Slow down the play. The ball, not that much. Penalty given away. And the Panthers get a leg up out of their own end. Now they're up on the halfway. It's 8.5 gone here in this first half, and Lachlan Sinclair there driving up. A very good run there from the 13. Now they go right. KCK's looming up on the inside. They pass it around the corner. The offload back to Mayava. That's a brilliant play there from the Panthers, and a good way to get Kane Chapman-Kenny involved too. It's second tackle. Lynn sent it left. The short ball from Lewis off to Lonnie Lawrence. Lawrence driving up just outside of the 20-meter line there. Now they come left. It's going to be Lind off to Morrison. Morrison driving, brought down short there. Just in front of that left-hand upright. It's fourth tackle. They come right. It's Sinclair. The right-hand upright now here for the Panthers. They're setting up some players down to this left-hand side. Lind sends the ball that way. Stremendinoli, this is probably one of his better kicks. Here come the chasers. It gets taken by Kamene, but the tackle of the Warriors is just as good as the catch, and they hold him up in the end goal out to the 10-meter line for a 6-tackle set here for the Warriors, and Aaron White gets the set off to a very good start with the line break to get them to their own 35-meter line. McCartney now plays it off short here to Logan Strange. Up over the 40-meter line, it's second tackle now. Lachlan Lockyer in at hooker here for Patrick Corcoran. Now they go left to Tiawa. And Tiawa brought down up over the halfway. Flat-footed players that go right anyway. Bunce offloads it forward to McCartney. They look disorganised all over the place there, the Warriors. KCK is going to try and put them to the sword. Not on that occasion, though. It's first. Left they go. Mayava, short to McLaughlin. And now they come left to Morrison. Driving it up. 3 into the tackle. They don't want to give away another penalty again. Panthers now. Just trying to find another try. Trying to find their first points of the second half here. They're in a good position to do so. Fourth tackle. They're going to come left out to Jacob Morrison, trying to find the backfield, but he's going to get them into some good position here. And they're going to set their troops up to the right here, the Panthers. Lynn sends it right. Stremendinoli, the grubber kick, but it just goes straight towards the fullback, but it pulls up on the in-goal. Manu gets into the backfield. Chase is coming for the Panthers. He breaks one. He's going to keep striding out, Manu, and he'd be eventually brought down up over the 40-metre line. Just 10 short of the halfway here for the Warriors. They go to Tiawa. And turning something into nothing there, Raika Manu. That's why you're leaving at fullback, because he produces plays like that. And now they're going to try and use him again. And a bit of an obstruction there, so he didn't try and break the line there, Manu. It's third tackle now. 27 minutes to go here in the second half. Tiawa now driving it upfield. And trying to find their front here, the Warriors. The Panthers on the back foot. Now they go left. Manu's linking up here in this left-hand side. But the defense of the Panthers out wide has been brilliant so far here this evening. That's been the first line break from any back of the Warriors. Bunts now the punt cross field. Be taken here by Kamene. There's a bit of space here for him. He goes straight around, but McCartney comes out with a very crucial tackle. Right, that goes. Stremendinoli offloading it to Morrison, but he gets monstered by some middle forwards. Quick play the ball. They're going to play it out the back here to Cummins. Cummins trying to find the backfield, but he's brought down strongly, though, by Aaron White. His opposing centre now for the rest of the game. Sinclair, short out the back to Lawrence. And Lonnie's going to be driven back there. Very strong tackle. And look who's meeting him there, Cody Ogg. He'll be mouthing off to him there, Oggy. And there's Morrison now, just up over that halfway mark. It's fifth tackle. 25 minutes to go in the second half. 15 gone. They'll put it into the pocket. Stremendinoli, a good kick off the boot. Finding the outside backs, unaware of where the ball's going to go. Daly finally collects it. He gets around one. He's going to flow with the touchline. He's going to go in. The head hits the white chalk. The flag goes in the air. And the Panthers are turning this game around. Lynn to get us back underway. And Morrison, they'll bring him at tackle one. They're going to go right now, the Panthers. I'm not sure if they're going to shoot their shot early here. They might want to try and find a position of the field that looks good to put an attacking play together. Lonnie Lawrence now. Here we go. They came to the left, and they're going to continue that way too. Short ball from Stremendinoli off to Morrison. Morrison, they need to get some players around him. They do. Cody Ogg to save a certain try. And held up there, called by Justin Monkey, back out to the 10. A bit of room to work with here for the Panthers. The short ball out the back to Cummins. This will bring fifth tackle. So let's see. They've always gotten a fifth tackle, and the play hasn't been the best. They need a good kick here from Stremendinoli stepping up. The high ball in the air, but he gets taken beautifully by Connor Bruce, and he slams it down too, coming off the bench. The difference for the Panthers so far in the second half, making a mark on the scoreboard. And Stremendinoli converts, making it 6 points of difference, 12 points to 6. The Warriors behind here at home, and the crowd has definitely dulled down. A bit of that large, energetic energy that we always get from Warriors fans is just a bit faded at the moment, but I'm sure that they're going to come back. There's still some flags waving in the background. But let's put it this way, win or loss, Warriors fans, any New Zealand fan of rugby league always is happy. I think. Because I've never seen an unhappy one. They're always cheering either way. Win or loss, it doesn't matter the day. And Lawrence there with a good kick return. Then they'll hand it off to Jacob Morrison now. Second tackle. They come right, and it's going to be Lachlan Sinclair. Strong carry there from Sinclair. Looking a bit slow, though, coming towards the end of his stint. Up at their own 40 here. Morrison with a strong carry. He gets about 8 or 9 meters there from it. It's fourth. They're going to go down the short side. And here comes Kamene. Very well handled. Aaron White. He's really solidified that defense down the right-hand side of the field. Not allowing Kamene to get as many meters as he accumulated in that first half. And here comes Daly now. And a few of these long-distance kicks here from Stremendinoli this evening have been ones not to remember. They go back on the inside to White. He goes around the fullback. He offloads back to Ogg. And White's really getting involved here in this center position, finding lots of meters. They're going to go back down the short side. It's going to be Daly this time. Using the outside backs here, the Warriors, to get downfield. Then they'll bring it back towards the centre of the park to try and find some points. The halves linking their bunts, brought down on the 20. Fourth tackle now. Lachlan Lockyer goes right. Manu's looming up on the inside. They go to Manu. Manu's not going to go too far. Will be brought down just with 10 metres short here of the Panthers line. The Warriors, fifth tackle. They've got players out to the right. Bunce puts up the bomb into this far right-hand corner. Underneath it, beautiful take by Ben Cummins. Beautifully well done, defending his own goal line. Extremely well done, Cummins. And Sinclair, short ball off to Morrison. Some fresh legs onto the field here for the Panthers to finish off the half in the middle here for them. And John Boymeyer over there, brought down just 25 out from his own line. It's third tackle. They come left. And they've got Casey at the back who links up with Kamene. This time he gets around White, but Manu's out there to meet him well. And I'm just feeling a KCK run here very shortly. They go down the short side very once again. It's tight. Stremendinoli this time for the run. Fifth tackle it is, and set out deep in this back-end pocket. Looks to be Lachlan Sinclair. No, it's Hendrick Lynn. My apologies, and that's why he doesn't kick. And this might be what the Warriors are looking for. 17 minutes to go here on the clock. 6 points the difference. An opportunity to potentially tie it up. Now, they're just 40 out here from the Panthers line. The Warriors, short ball to Cody Ogg. Here's the opportunity. 30 metres out, third tackle. They come left. Lecky Tua. Oh, he gets levelled, and look who the man is out there. That is a huge shot. Standing up in defence. The Warriors just get absolutely levelled, and Morrison here trying to turn defence into attack. Cody Ogg there rounds him up well, but it's only first tackle. They've got a lot of room to work with here, the Panthers. Sinclair now. And that'll be his final carry for his game. Kamene there brought down. They're going to send the ball right from Karma, and short ball to Morrison to Afoa. Kai Afoa now just needs to beat Manu. Kai Afoa, he had one of those good runs last week as well. And he's brought up another one here too. He had a really good prop stint, Kai Afoa, last week. And the leadership team, the Panthers, are putting him back in there. Fifth tackle now, 15 to go here in the second half. Stremendinoli, bomb in the air. Here come the chasers. It's a beautiful chase, but Hone King this time collects the ball. And he leaps from the end goal too. .35 out now from their own line. They're going to send it off left. Corcoran, very strong run here from Paddy. And he gets about 25, 30 odd metres from that run. That's what the Warriors needed. Now they're going to come right. It's going to be Barnes. Short ball to Akatank now. Brought down just outside of the Panthers' 30-metre line. Warriors going to come back right once again. They'll play it at the back here to Manu. Manu not able to go anywhere. Very strong defence made on him. And they set out deep to this left now, and McCartney calling for the ball. He's trying to call the shots. He goes straight through the line. A beautiful run. He breaks one tackle, McCartney. And now they're 15 out. Trying to get them back into the game. Trying to tie it up, Joe McCartney. He's put them in a good position, but they're going to need a good kick from Bunce. He puts up the bomb. It's pretty well placed. It might be too deep to be contested, but it's enough to try and apply some pressure with defence, I'm sure. The Panthers going to be asked a lot of here. And Lonnie Lawrence is met well by some beautiful Warriors defence. Now they come right. It's going to be Kyle Lewis now being driven back. This is some good stuff from the Warriors. Tiawa involved in the tackle. They come left. Lawrence, short off here to Kai Foa. He gets some good post-contact meters. They're slowly working their way out the Panthers, but is it going to be enough to get to a good kicking point? Morrison now, going nowhere. Ogg's got him wrapped up in its fifth tackle. 22 meters only here for the Panthers. And the Warriors are going to be looking to start their set here inside of the Panthers half with a terrible kick. Manu on the offensive, but a very good tackle made on him. Now it's first. They come right. It's going to be Barnes. Back onto the inside for Corcoran. And Corcoran driving just outside of that 30. Set up deep to this right-hand side. Lockyer sends the ball, but it goes short to Akatank. Oh, they had an opportunity there They saw the shape that they wanted. They saw the glimpse of the defensive line that they thought that they could take advantage of the Warriors, but the ball just doesn't go to the right hands. Fourth tackle now. They go left. Short ball to David Tiawa. But beautiful read there by the skipper, John Boy Maiava. It might be a grubber kick here from Barnes. Barnes putting it onto the toe. Here come the chasers, Manu. Manu driving one-on-one. They need to get around the legs. No, they don't. Warriors over for a try. Referee Ty wants to send it upstairs, but Manu just drove for a long time, and he finally got to the line. Panthers just staring at the legs, willing them across, not doing anything to try and stop the try. And what a finish we have coming up here. If this kick goes over from Bunce, you've absolutely got field goal into the name. Absolutely an option. Bunce here to convert to make it 12 points all. Oh, and he sneaks to the right-hand upright. And he's going to pump the fist too. Waz fans, they're electric. They're back alive. They never die. And now we're back up to the halfway. The thing is with these fifth tackle plays and these field goals in the SRL, when it comes to 12 points all, and after that 70-minute mark, you can't give away cheap stuff. You can't knock the ball on in your own end. The key thing to being able to get into that opportunity is completing a set. And the Warriors, you want to complete your set here. Akatank there, winding up off the back fence. They just got to get to a kick here, the Warriors. It doesn't matter how terrible the set is. All you have to do is just focus on getting a good kick away. Don't play too much fancy stuff. Just stick to your basics. Find your guns. Get some good meters. Flat-footed McCartney. He realized he wasn't able to pass it. So good, well done there to run. But you want him or Bunce to be a kicker here to get them out of your own end. Good short ball to Ginger Pom. Now that's going to be a fourth tackle. They're set out to this left-hand side. And they're going to spread it here a little bit, the Warriors, out to Rangamai Hawani. And I believe that's his first touch of the game too, so welcome to the field. But it's been a very entertaining half. You need a big kick here, Bunce. And he's not going to deliver in field goal range. KCK now is going to just start off here for the Panthers. It's first tackle. They come left. Lonnie Lawrence. He plays it short to Morrison. They just got to bring it back towards the center of the park, and they're over here for the field goal. Stromandinoli's on the right. He lines it up. He takes the shot. It goes over. He splits the steelwork straight in half, and Dom Stromandinoli comes up with the point to take the Panthers into the lead. $13 points to 12. Away from home, the Panthers trying to find a victory here. Still time to go for the Warriors, but they need to force a set here on this defensive set. Get a good kick off. Stromandinoli hands it off. Oh, it gets level, but he holds on to the ball. Akatank there, just laying it into him. Short ball to the skipper there, Maya, but that's safe hands to have that ball in. Second now. Lind goes for a scoot. Every meter counts here for the Panthers, but you need to do what the Waz weren't able to. Get a good kick away. Morrison now just inside of the 40. It's fourth tackle. Well, an early kick here might not be a bad option, but you do need to strike it right here, Dom. But he just goes for the run instead. He puts the fake on him. He goes out to Kamene. That's a beautiful play from the number 6. He's taken them downfield. Now this is much better territory here for a more successful high percentage kick. Stromandinoli. Oh, no. He gives away a penalty. Oh, no. Well, Warriors fans, hold on to your seat because you've got an opportunity here to potentially win the game. 40 meters out now. Now they're just going to be 35 out. They've got a bit of time to work with, so they don't want to rush it here. They don't just want to throw the ball around aimlessly. You want to have a bit of structure to what you're trying to do here, Warriors. They go right. They're going to play the ball short underneath here to Manu. Manu goes for a run now. Well, they're in position. They just need to find a try. I don't know why they wouldn't go for the field goal. Pom now. In front of the sticks. Slowing down the play of the ball to Panthers. They've got a flat-footed Tiawa out to the left. But look who's there to meet him. It's a skipper. Is it going to be enough? Tiawa, he holds him up. John Boy Maiava, but here comes fifth tackle. Bunce, grabber, Manu, knocked on, called by the ref. That is a big call. That is a huge call. Hendrick Lynn now. Knock on by Bunce. Well, that's going to be replayed for a few eyes to see, I'm sure. Jacob Morrison now carrying it. I'm going to be interested to see what McCartney, Og, and Bunce say at full time. Was it a knock on in their opinion? You're never going to know until then. Third tackle now. They go right. Stremendinoli short off to the skipper. Offload back to Lonnie Lawrence. The leadership team linking there. Fourth tackle, and they're going to go for the early kick once again. No, they're not. They're going to go back to Kai Foa. Well, the only way that they're able to win here, I believe, the Warriors, is just a kick return try. That's the only thing I can think of. Carl Lewis now. And it does go to Manu. So you just never know. Here we go, Raika Manu. Oh, hang on, he broke. He got close. We've got a minute to go. Up on the halfway. Knock on. Oh, no, it's not. Ginger Pom with the ball still. Must have been a Falcon. Or maybe the referee trying to make up for a disgraceful call back down the opposition's end. Here we go, Manu now. He's having some pretty good moments, but they're slowing down the Panthers. Are they going to get it away? The Warriors, they will. Here we go, the final play for him. Akatank, he gets rid of one. He can't break the tackle. The Panthers bring him down. And a 1-point victory here for the Panthers away from home at Mount Smart Stadium. A 1-point victory. Look at the sideburns of Hone King. The chops there. Absolutely ridiculous. But it's a loss here for the Warriors. So we got to look at the match stats here. Stremendinoli man the match as well. Pretty much deserved. And you can just look at the completions here for both sides. 22 from 24 there for the Panthers. 24 to 28. So it's pretty well solidified there. 5 errors apiece. What really did tell the game, though, was the line breaks. 31 to the Panthers. More opportunities for them, which did come to why that they got into field goal range, and 25 there to the Warriors. As we go to look at the individual stats here for the Warriors, unfortunately not being able to find the victory here tonight. But Manu had a beautiful final 10 minutes, breaking tackles. The Raika Manu of old takes us back to those Rooster days when he was just carving them up. Made 13 tackles, 217 meters. And as we just go down a little bit there, McCartney getting a bit quiet in that second half. As we go to look at the Panthers here, Hendrick Lind, 172 meters, 2 errors as well. But I just want to take the attention down to Dom Stremendinoli, the man who got the victory here this evening. 151 running meters, 2 line breaks, but most importantly, 2 try assists, 2 conversions, and a field goal. There's your man of the match performance, ladies and gentlemen. A massive thank you to everyone for joining us along for an amazing game. Thank you to both of these sides putting together a stellar performance. Eddie Oliver, as always, to the SRL. Panthers come with a victory. That's round 4. Thank you all very much. We'll see you next time for some more SRL action.